Next on BGSU Brain Game, it's semifinals time. It is Evergreen versus Lima Shawnee. I think we better get ready for a cranial Category 5. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. Welcome to BGSU Brain Game semifinals time. It is Evergreen versus Lima Shawnee. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for Evergreen, led by Coach Blanchong. In slot number 1, we have Sophia, a sophomore. In slot number 2, we have Caleb, a senior. And in slot number 3, we have Ethan, a sophomore. Lima Shawnee, led by Coach Young. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. In slot number 1, we have Shashank, a senior. In slot number 2, we have Andrew, a senior. And in slot number 3, Sala, also a senior. All right, start things off as we always do in our toss-up round. In this round, there are 10 questions. Those 10 questions are worth 10 points apiece. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so play a little bit looser on your buzzers if you'd like. You may confer before buzzing in, and you may steal a question in this round. Lima Shawnee, Evergreen, are you ready for semifinal time?
Yes, sir.
Starts right now. Among 19th century composers, the folk music of this composer's homeland inspired the many mazurkas he created. Who was this composer of many waltzes and nocturnes, including, that would be Lima Shawnee, Sala?
Chopin.
Chopin is correct. Besides Russia and Ukraine, which other former Soviet republic is the only one that shares a coastline with the Black Sea? Its capital is Tbilisi. Is it? That would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew?
Georgia.
Georgia is correct. Did not need the multiple choice. It was a time of ostentatious wealth and rapid economic growth from 1870 to 1900. It was given its name by Mark Twain. That would be Lima Shawnee, Shashank.
The Gilded Age.
The Gilded Age is correct. Name the Mediterranean island nation that is sometimes called the cradle of Western civilization. That would be Lima Shawnee, Shashank.
Crete.
Incorrect. The Western civilization, the island of Crete, is part of the archipelago. Evergreen, chance to steal. Caleb.
The Grecian Islands.
Correct. Formed by lava that flows from volcanoes or cracks in the earth. This hard, dark, fine-grained, glassy rock is, that would be Evergreen. Ethan.
Obsidian.
Incorrect. Is composed of feldspar and pyroxene. Identify this igneous rock that begins with the letter B. That would be Lima Shawnee, Sala.
Basalt.
Basalt is what we needed there, yes. With an area of approximately 9.5 million square miles, this continent is the third largest in land area on the planet. Identify this landmass. That would be Evergreen. Caleb.
Africa.
Incorrect. Lima Shawnee, chance to steal. That would be Andrew.
North America.
North America is what we needed there, yes. In humans, the left side of the face is anatomically a mirror image of the right side. Identify this type of that would be Lima Shawnee, Sala.
Bilateral symmetry.
Bilateral symmetry is correct. Each of these bones is formed by the fusion of ilium, ischium, and pubis. That would be Lima Shawnee, Sala.
The pelvic girdle.
We will not accept that. What are these two bones that connect with the sacrum and the coccyx to form the bony pelvis? That would be Evergreen. Caleb.
The hip bones.
Hip bones is what we needed there, yes. During the Revolutionary War, which Quisling narrowly escaped pursuit by George Washington and his troops after offering to turn over West Point? That would be Lima Shawnee, Sala.
Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold, yes. Which of the amendments to the U.S. Constitution prohibits self-awarded pay raises by Congress? That would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
27th.
27th Amendment is correct. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Evergreen at 20 and Lima Shawnee at 80. We're just getting started. Stick around. Risk and reward is coming up next. Stay tuned. And Welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Evergreen 20 points, Lima Shawnee at 80 points. Before we get to our next round, let's welcome to Evergreen in slot number 1. Let's welcome Jordan A. Jr. Welcome to Jordan. Welcome to all of our returning players from the last round as well. This is risk and reward. Both teams are going to get the shot at the same 10 questions. The first 9 are 10 points apiece. No deduction for an incorrect answer. The 10th question is the risk and reward question. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on that question. You get it right, bonus points. Get it wrong, sorry, negative points. Don't answer, sorry, negative points. Don't like it, just pass. Sound good? All right. Lima Shawnee, since you're at 80 points, you're going to be sticking around. Evergreen, off to isolation you go. All right, Lima Shawnee, are you ready for risk and reward?
Yep.
Here we go. The pulmonary artery exits what chamber of the human heart? That would be Shashank.
The right ventricle.
The right ventricle is correct. As of March 2024, name both of the United States Senators representing Ohio. That would be Andrew.
Sherrod Brown and J.D. Vance.
That is correct. Please state the formula for finding the volume of a cone. That would be Sala.
1/3 pi r squared h.
That is correct. What do we call a giant whirlpool found in oceans? Begins with the letter M. That would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
Whirlpool.
Incorrect. Begins with the letter M. It's a maelstrom. True or false? Anna Sewell's only literary work is Black Beauty. That would be Sala.
True.
That is correct. It is true. In what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle fall asleep? That would be Sala.
Appalachian Mountains.
Incorrect. The Catskills Mountains. Who wrote the short story The Monkey's Paw?
Wait, I'll go.
That would be Sala.
Thurber.
Incorrect. W.W. Jacobs. Identify the following sentence by type. Stop talking. That would be Andrew.
Command.
Incorrect. Imperative. What famous breed of milk cow is black and white? Is it Holstein or Jersey? That would be Sala.
Jersey.
Incorrect. Holstein. Risk and reward time. Computer jargon. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass.
10. Let's go with 10.
Going with 10 points for computer jargon. What does the acronym WORM or WORM mean? Time. Write once, read many. Negative points for you, but you now have 110 points, I believe. Lima Shawnee, that's the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time for you to head to isolation. All right, let's bring back in Evergreen. All right, Evergreen, risk and reward time. Are you ready?
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
are.
Here we go. The pulmonary artery exits what chamber of the human heart? That would be Ethan.
The left atrium. The left atrium.
Incorrect. The right ventricle is what we needed there. As of March 2024, name both of the United States Senators representing Ohio. That would be Jordan.
Senator Brown and Senator Vance.
Correct. Please state the formula for finding the volume of a cone. That would be Caleb.
1/3 radius cubed times the height.
Incorrect. 1/3 pi times the radius squared times the height is what we needed there. What do we call a giant whirlpool found in oceans? Begins with the letter M. That would be Caleb.
Monsoon.
Incorrect. Maelstrom is what we needed there. True or false? Anna Sewell's only literary work is Black Beauty. That would be Ethan.
True.
Correct. In what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle fall asleep? That would be Jordan.
Himalayas.
Incorrect. The Catskills Mountains. Who wrote the short story The Monkey's Paw? That would be Ethan.
Salinger.
Incorrect. W.W. Jacobs. Identify the following sentence by type. Stop talking. That would be Caleb.
Imperative.
Imperative is correct. What famous breed of milk cow is black and white? Is it Holstein or Jersey? That would be Caleb.
Jersey.
Incorrect. Holstein is what we needed there. Risk and reward time. The topic is computer jargon. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass.
No, I'll take 10. 15? No, 10? I don't think that's too much. 10. Can we do 10 then? 10.
10 it is. All right, computer jargon. What does the acronym WORM or WORM mean? That would be Ethan.
Anything else? World Online Resume Modification.
That is a fantastic answer. Unfortunately, it is incorrect. It's write once, read many. Negative points for you, but great attempt. Evergreen, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. Let's clear our scores and let's bring back in Lima Shawnee. Come on in. All right, let's see where our two teams stand against each other. Lima Shawnee stands at 110 points. Evergreen stands at 40 points. We're only halfway home, though. Coming up next is the category round. Things can change very, very quickly because there are 6 categories to choose from and questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, plus deductions start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. It is Evergreen 40 and Lima Shawnee is 110 points. Before we get to our next round, let's welcome to Evergreen in slot number 1, Jada. She is a junior. And for Lima Shawnee in slot number 1, it is Evan, also a junior. Welcome to our 2 new players and our returning players. This is the category round. Power shifts a little bit to you, the teams. There are 6 categories to choose from. Inside each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. But I must warn you, red alert, that's right, red alert. Deductions do start now. So if you go for 15, you're actually risking 15 points. There is a double or nothing hiding somewhere in there. You got to find it. Double the points, no risk on that one. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. All right, Lima Shawnee, 110, Evergreen, 40. Evergreen, you get to make the first selection.
Mathematical terms for 30, please.
Mathematical terms for 30 points. What do we call the endpoints on one side of a polygon? That would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
Vertices.
Incorrect. Evergreen, chance to steal. We needed consecutive vertices. Evergreen in control.
25, please, mathematical terms.
Mathematical terms for 25. An 11-sided polygon is called a what? That would be Lima Shawnee. Evan.
Undecagon.
Correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Shared borders for 10, please.
Shared borders for 10 points. New Mexico's eastern border is shared with 2, that would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
Texas and Oklahoma.
Correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Shared borders 15.
Shared borders for 15. Washington, D.C. is bordered by 2 states. Name them both. That would be Caleb for Evergreen.
Virginia and Maryland.
Correct. Evergreen in control.
Mathematical terms for 20, please.
Mathematical terms for 20 points. What do we call an equation in which a variable is under a radical? That would be Evergreen. Caleb.
Square root equation.
Incorrect. Lima Shawnee, chance to steal. Time. Radical equation is what we needed there. Evergreen in control.
Q for 30, please.
Q for 30 points. A situation from which extrication is very difficult or a bog. Lima Shawnee. Evan.
Quagmire.
Quagmire is what we needed there, yes. Lima Shawnee in control.
Physics for 10, please.
Physics for 10 points. What is the process by which sound waves are experienced? That would be Evergreen. Caleb.
Audition.
We will not accept that. Lima Shawnee, chance to steal. Time. Hearing is what we needed there. Lima Shawnee in control.
Physics for 15.
Physics for 15. Double or nothing question. There are 454 of these metric measures in a pound. Name this metric unit. That would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
Milligrams.
Incorrect. Evergreen, chance to steal. That would be Ethan.
A gram.
A gram is correct. Double the points for you. Evergreen in control.
Special days, 30.
Special days for 30 points. By what more common name do we know Shrove Tuesday? That would be Evergreen. Ethan.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras is correct. Evergreen in control.
Special days, 25.
Special days for 25. Great Britain, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand celebrate this day on December 26th. That will be Evergreen. Ethan.
Christmas.
Incorrect. Lima Shawnee, chance to steal. That would be Andrew.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day is correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Shared borders, 20.
Shared borders for 20 points. Costa Rica shares its northern border with Nicaragua. With what country does it share its southern? That would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
Panama.
Panama is correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Physics for 20.
Physics for 20 points. What measure of speed is equal to 1 nautical mile per hour? That would be Lima Shawnee. Evan.
1 knot.
1 knot is correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Begins with Q for 10, please.
Begins with Q for 10. The large muscle in front of the thigh, the action, that would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
Quadricep.
Quadricep is correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Physics for 25.
Physics for 25. Work is measured in units called what? That would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
Joules.
Joules is correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Begins with Q for 15.
Begins with Q for 15 points. A pie-like dish with a pastry, that would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
A quiche.
A quiche is correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Special days, 10.
Special days for 10 points. Name the holiday Americans celebrate on the third Monday in February. That will be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
President's Day.
President's Day is correct. Lima Shawnee in control.
Vice President's, 10.
Vice Presidents for 10 points. The first Vice President. That will be Evergreen. Ethan.
John Adams.
John Adams is correct. Evergreen takes control.
Vice President's, 30.
Vice Presidents for 30 points. During their time in office, where does the Vice President and their family live? Time, the Naval Observatory. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Evergreen 70, Lima Shawnee 270 points. Stick around, one more round to go. It's the brainstorm round. Stick around, stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. We had a scoring correction at the end of the last round. It now stands at Evergreen at 130 and Lima Shawnee at 270 points. Let's introduce slot number 1 for Evergreen, a new player. We have Rachel, a senior. Welcome to Rachel. And all of our returning players, welcome to you. This is the brainstorm round. This is it. Game on. It is 20 points apiece per question. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in. The big one on this one, no stealing. No stealing in this round. All right, here we go. Brainstorm round starts right now. A polygon with 7 sides is called, that would be Evergreen. Ethan.
A heptagon.
Heptagon is correct. Simple interest is calculated by multiplying the principal by the rate and the what? That would be Lima Shawnee. Evan.
The time.
Time is correct. In miles per hour, what is the speed of sound at sea level? That would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
2.9 times 10.
Incorrect. 761 miles per hour. What is the meaning of the term anti-meridium? That will be Evergreen. Caleb.
It's perpendicular to the equator. It's this line that goes up. Like, is that acceptable?
Incorrect. It is before noon. In what musical would you find the characters Nicely, Nicely Johnson, Benny Southstreet, and Rusty Charlie? Time. Guys and dolls. In physics, which term is used to define the distance an object is moved? That would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
Displacement.
Displacement is correct. This chemical element is used as a disinfectant and is added to tape. That would be Lima Shawnee. Evan.
Iodine.
Iodine is correct. In what year did the American Revolution begin? That would be Lima Shawnee. Evan.
1775.
1775 is correct. What is the capital of Lebanon? That would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
Beirut.
Beirut is correct. Name the Greek writer of fables such as the Tort. That would be Evergreen. Ethan.
Aesop.
Aesop is correct. What is the formula for finding the area of a triangle? That would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
1/2 base times height.
Correct. Ligaments attach bone to bone. Tendons attach, that would be Evergreen. Caleb.
Muscle to bone.
Muscle to bone, yes. Located on the island of Borneo, the Sultanate is under British protection. Or this Sultanate is under British protection. That would be Lima Shawnee. Andrew.
Brunei.
Brunei is correct. What type of forageable food found in the wild is referred to as a moral? That would be Lima Shawnee. Sala.
A truffle.
Incorrect. Mushrooms. What Spanish queen sponsored Christopher Columbus's trips? That would be Evergreen. Ethan.
Isabel.
Correct. What American poet wrote, "Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice"? End of round. Robert Frost. Let's take a look at our score. Evergreen 190, Lima Shawnee 370. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come out, meet in the middle, shake hands. We'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.